Seems like about the time I turned 45, perimenopause started making sleep a struggle. And even though I'd always been a morning person, I started to dread my mornings. But I wasn't going to let that stop me from enjoying my day. So I started experimenting with some new habits. In this video, I'm going to share 5 new habits that help me reclaim my mornings even when I was tired. And these habits are something anyone can do regardless if you're a morning person or not. So the first habit, it's a tough one, I get it, but it's really important for your morning, and that's stop hitting that snooze button. If you were like me, I knew exactly how many times I could hit the snooze before I had to get up. And I thought I was getting a little extra sleep, but it really was just making me a little more groggy. You go through a 90-minute sleep cycle, and if you are sleeping soundly till that alarm goes off and then you hit the snooze, you start a new sleep cycle but don't get to finish it. So then you're groggy the rest of the day. So I determined that I was going to stop this bad habit. I put my alarm across the room. I started going to bed earlier so I could get that extra sleep then instead of trying to get it in the snooze. But this was a game changer once I did it. But it takes some practice. And I know with perimenopause, menopause, our hormones are changing and it makes sleep a struggle. Let me know in the comments if you'd like for me to share what finally worked for me to get a better night's sleep. When I first really started struggling with sleep, my girls were teenagers, I was keeping a busy schedule, and I was exhausted all the time. So when I woke up, probably after hitting that snooze several times, all I could think about was getting my caffeine. It was first Diet Coke and then I switched to coffee. So if this sounds like you, then this next habit is for you. Is drink water before coffee. I'm not telling you to give up your coffee, but drink a glass of water first. When you wake up, you're dehydrated. You haven't had water all night, so you need to drink that water first. The way to make this an easy habit is have a cup of water by your bed. We all have those Stanleys or insulated cups. It's easy to keep an ice cold glass of water by your bed. So I pick it up and drink it on my way to the kitchen to brew my coffee. So make it easy. Maybe if you brush your teeth first thing, have it by your toothbrush, or even have it by the coffee pot. But make yourself drink an 8-ounce glass of water first thing. Your body will thank you. And then you use coffee for the caffeine and enjoyment, not to try to hydrate yourself. Now this next habit, I actually saw on Oprah years before I actually started doing it. And it was a surefire cure for grumpy teenagers and grumpy menopause mamas. And that is starting the day with 3 things you're grateful for. I used to try to do that in the evening, and I don't know, things got busy and I'd forget to do it. But when I put it in the morning and started my day with 3 things I was grateful for the day before, it started on a happier note. And when you know you have to write down 3 things you're happy for, you start to look for them. And when you look for good things, you're going to find a lot more. And then after I write my 3 things I'm grateful for, I write a prayer list, people I'm praying for, and concerns on my heart that I want to work through. So the easy way to make it a habit is wherever you're sitting down to drink your morning coffee, or maybe it's where you're doing your makeup, have a journal with a pen ready to go. And 3 things doesn't take long to write down. So it's a simple habit, but it can really start changing your perspective and your mood. The next habit, while you have your pen out, is I want you to plan your day. It can be on a fancy planner or a piece of paper. We all have a mile-long to-do list, but I want you to focus on the top 3 things that you would like to get done for the day that'll make it feel accomplished. I find when I plan my top 3 things, I can focus in on what's important, and having my plan for the day can make my morning seem a little less stressful. And then I save the best for last. The last habit of my morning is to spend 10-15 minutes doing something I enjoy. It could be reading, listening to music, praying, meditating, doing some yoga stretches. It could be doing some kind of hobby, or even simply sitting outside listening to the birds. We have stress enough throughout the day, so if you get this little moment to yourself to just kind of breathe, it makes it easier to not hit that snooze button because you actually look forward to your morning. Start with one of these habits and start slowly to build a good morning that you love to wake up to. Now, if your follow through isn't the best when you're tired, I get it. then you're going to want to watch this video here where I give you the easiest way to be consistent on the small habits.